Hey, Dave Fanning here with the Body From Personal Training, Fitness Bootcamps. Weird science. Why trying it on my own, it's a very bad idea. Some research that backs this up. So I'm going to start out with a quote today from Craig Ballantyne, who's one of the authors of Turbulence Training, which is one of the biggest, probably the biggest online training program out there. And it's been so for 10 years. This man knows about getting into shape, and especially about the mental game of getting into shape. And what he says is, focus on replacing your bad habits and thought patterns one by one over time with good habits and thought patterns. One step at a time, done over time, leads to powerful changes in your life. And this is his basis of how do you get in shape. And first, I'm going to tell you a secret about staying in shape that probably none of your friends or coworkers will ever tell you, and your family sure won't tell you. Is that here's the deal: is that I'm going to try it on my own. It's a very bad idea because the failure rate is nearly 100%. And some very smart but inexperienced in exercise and fitness people make this mistake very, very often. And it happens because they come in to see me and they're like, yeah, I tried it on my own and it didn't work. And they feel bad. And I don't understand why you feel bad, because the fact is that most things, especially, changing your habits, you need social support. You've never, if you really take a good hard look at your history, is you've never done anything on your own. You were growing up, you went to school with people that were close to your age and had similar goals, and you're taught by a teachers and coaches. And then when you went out to college, you were around other people, like in the dorms, and you went to class with other people, and you were led by a leader that was an expert in that subject, and you developed your skills. And then when you get to your first job, they generally don't just put you into an office with like a book and say, hey, just read this and now you're going to figure it out. They give you a mentor and they orientate you, and you're working in an office on teams of other people that are like-minded with similar goals, usually led by an expert in that subject matter, if you're lucky. Because if you think about some of these jobs that you've gotten in the past, where they just kind of like, especially if it's like sales and like they just put you out there and say sink or swim, you usually sunk, or you spent years struggling, and when you look back, you're like, damn, if I'd only had somebody kind of like walk me through this. And now most people do not do well on their own. It's the rare exception that does, and that's what you hear about. And it's so rare that's why they bring it out, because generally most people need a lot of social support. And this is a hard sell for you when you hear my clients in my success stories talking about being in a group, because until you experience it, it's a very hard thing to wrap your head around how much easier it is to get into shape when you're around other people. And so when trying it on your own, it hits you, and it tends to give you a double whammy, because not only do you not get the results you're looking for, but when you quit and you fail, you're reinforcing that quitting habit, and that's never a good thing. So you have to roll with the punches. And the secret really is social support. To reach your goals, you've got to get around other people who want what you want, and other people who have accomplished what you want to accomplish, that are in different levels but are on the same path. And the fact is that there's some research that backs this up, and you don't hear a lot about it, but what's interesting is it happened down at Baylor University. And what these researchers did was they took 52 undergrads, both men and women, and they gave them just a short 6-week program of 3 days per week, and the exercises, everything was laid out, and they printed it off and they handed it to them, and they said, we want you to do this 3 times a week, and then in 6 weeks, we're going to report back how you did and how hard you push yourself. That's what they wanted to see, was how hard would these people push themselves in this exercise program. But an interesting thing happened. They never got to find out. 52 of the research participants all bailed. None finished the 6 weeks, because doing it on your own is nearly impossible. It's a rare set of circumstances or forcing, or you don't realize that you're getting support from somewhere, that you accomplish this. Every single person, 52 to, in the study, quit. And Baylor researchers said we wanted to watch individual efforts, but without social support, the participants said that they didn't feel confident in the gym, much less exercising. You can't ignore the absolute power of getting social support. And it can come from different directions. And here's what you can do. One, training partner. Find a person that's in your social circle, work partner, friend, someone that can go with you. That is key. Because when you have a coach, group, and a training partner, you're pretty much bulletproof. But a training partner is a good start. If you don't have anybody in your social circle or work, or quite often most people just don't know anybody that wants to get into shape, you can try Sparks People. It's a good online program. It's free. You can't beat the price, and the return is awesome. And online has been shown to be just as effective as in person. For a lot of people, you do get more success with online support. And three, you can come talk to me. We use coaching, we use group support, we get you results in a short amount of time, and you can PM me or click the link above or below for a short little 10-minute conversation on the phone, talk about who you are, what your goals are, what you're looking to accomplish, talk about some of our programs. Very easy, just kind of see if it's a good fit for you. But if you want to get to where you want to be, you got to have some social support. It makes that trip much easier, and you will get to the goals that you're looking for and have a better time while you're at it. And that's the key to that weird science. 53 participants bailing out. You don't need to be the 54th one. You can stick with this when you get around other like-minded people that have the same goals that you do. And I'm Dave Fannin. If you like this video, like it, share it, comment below. I'm Dave Fannin with the Body From Personal Training Fitness Bootcamps. Talk to you guys later.